was taking, my body only absorbed 10%. With the spray, it's 98%. And I don't have to worry about swallowing those big vitamin pills. I want you to head over to learn more about my friend Tom Sylvia's products. Go to neothinkradio.com and click on the banner of the woman that says Turn on Your Anti-Aging Gene. When you do, you'll go to a video that tells you how to learn more. That's neothinkradio.com and click on the banner of the woman that says Turn on Your Anti-Aging Gene.
WeCareAboutTVP.com is a community of trusted businesses and advertising partners that have come together to join in the support for the 12 Visions Party. When you do business with these fine businesses, a portion of the proceeds go directly to the 12 Visions Party. WeCareAboutTVP.com prides itself on building the economy through win-win partnerships. WeCareAboutTVP.com offers business services such as Convey Media Group, financial services like Innovative Advisors and Nashville Corridor Investment Club. Also, health and wellness services with Corey Health, and more are joining every day. If you are a business owner that supports real change in America, sign up now at WeCareAboutTVP.com. Building the economy through win-win partnerships. That's WeCareAboutTVP.com.
Hi, this is Shalene, producer of Neothink Radio. I'd like you to meet someone very special, another mentor of mine. His name is Bill Bartman. During the last banking crisis, Bill went from dirt poor to a multi-billionaire. How did he do it? I know, and now I want you to know. Bill wants to personally share with you his proven techniques. Visit Bill's affiliate website at www.turnkeysuccessplan.com. Sign up on his website and you'll be all set. It's that easy. Go to www.turnkeysuccessplan.com. That's turnkeysuccessplan.com.
How can you achieve optimum health and vitality? There's now a paradigm shift in healthcare where you can absolutely take control of your health and wellness. Learn about the 3 pillars of optimum health. This amazing company offers solutions that are based on preventive action and self-care before disease strikes. It is a company like no other that has the dedication, resources, and vision working closely with Epigenics. That's right, Epigenics. Did you know that certain food compounds can influence the way our DNA operates? Did you hear this? This is huge. Let me repeat that. Did you know that certain food compounds can influence the way our DNA operates? To learn much more than what I'm saying with you in this commercial, visit myultimatehomesuccess.com. Again, that's myultimatehomesuccess.com. myultimatehomesuccess.com. Wow.
NTR.
Neothink Radio Network. Visit neothinkradio.com.
Welcome back, everybody. I'm Steve Fagan, your host for NTR, Neothink Radio, and you are listening to the 12 Visions Party on the road to the White House. End the rule of man to launch the wealth of mankind. Yes, we're moving forward. And all of you this evening are having the opportunity to hearing Larry Wirt reinforcing the 12 Visions. And now, everybody sit back, perk up those ears, and you're going to hear a phenomenal story. So, Larry, I'm going to bring you up again, and would you like to move forward for us?
I'd be happy to, Steve. Thank you. Yes, what I'd like to do right now is bring up a fellow 12 Visions Party National Committee officer who basically is going to take us back into the life and times of an obscure genius of society who's already lived. He's going to give you some already proven facts. You know, we constantly talk about how these geniuses of society will rise up by the many millions once the 12 Visions Party and the president start removing most government regulations. Well, now I'd like to bring up Loren Taylor to actually tell us of a story of a person who's already done that. Loren Taylor, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Larry, and thank you, Steve, for that introduction. The factual basis of the following is taken from the book Entrepreneurs versus the State, A New Look at the Rise of Big Business in America, 1840 to 1920, by Burton W. Folsom. It's copyright 1987, and it was published by Young America's Foundation. Young America's Foundation is a nonpartisan educational organization dedicated to promoting the principles of free enterprise, individual liberty, and a strong national defense among American students. Forrest McDonald, in his foreword to this book, Entrepreneurs versus the State, says, I quote, "Quietly but conclusively and without interrupting the flow of his narrative, Folsom demonstrates that vertical mobility, both upwards and downwards, has truly been a norm in America. Poor men have become rich men, and rich men have become poor men, depending upon skill, brains, work, and luck." I remind everybody the 12 Visions Party recognizes and captures this opportunity for all people alike, including the poor and the elderly. The prime law results in universal wealth for the first time ever on our planet. The next evolution of freedom will bring all Americans a wealthy, healthy, and safe life. Going back, Mr. McDonald also says, and I quote, "Political promotion of economic development is inherently futile, for it invariably rewards incompetence. If incompetence is rewarded, then incompetence will be the product. And when incompetence is the product, politicians will insist that increased planning and increased regulation is the appropriate remedy." I remind everyone at this point that the major thrust of the 12 Visions Party is to make all the people rich, including the poor, by depoliticizing the United States and removing flaw-filled man. Man is flawed. Man is vulnerable to incorrect opinions, selfless agendas, destructive temptations, misguided behaviors, dishonest corruption, even manipulative evil. Civilization will take an unprecedented leap forward by removing imperfection, by removing man and his endless opinions and agendas from creating, interpreting, and executing law. The method to remove man is the prime law. But I'm getting a bit off track here. I believe the word track might be a good lead-in here because in the preface to his book, Mr. Folsom states, it is a study of 4 industries: steamships, railroads, steel, and oil, and of the people who pushed the United States into world leadership in these industries. And today, we will be looking at the railroad industry and one of its greatest, if not the greatest, of its pioneers, James J. Hill. You know, in A Tale of Two Cities by Charles Dickens, there is the famous opening line, "It was the best of times, it was the worst of times." It is not an understatement to say millions of Americans are familiar with this piece of fiction than they are with James J. Hill, someone who I've come to realize is one of the greatest Americans our country should be proud to immortalize. Instead, our government and its school systems have been meticulously careful in erasing all mention of him from our textbooks. As I tell this true story, I think you too will come to realize, as I have, why this has occurred. Yes, I think it's safe to say just about any period in our history could be considered the best of times and the worst of times. But with the year of 2012 fast upon us, perhaps this statement has never been any more true. Indeed, 2012 may turn out to be just like any other year, but I like to think of it as kind of a turning point. Not a turning point towards darkness and oblivion, as it is so often characterized in the media today, but a turning point towards the light, towards health, wealth, and peace for all people. And that's what the 12 Visions Party truly stands for. So let us turn and take a look at James J. Hill. His story, which took place over 100 years ago, is nevertheless quite relevant today, as I think you will also see. James J. Hill built the Great Northern Railroad, the only transcontinental line never to get federal aid and the only one never to go bankrupt. Hill's railroad ran circles around the 3 government-financed railroads from day one. In the 1890s, Hill started a push into Asia. Trade with Japan was $7 million a year. 9 years later, with Hill in charge of his American mission into Asia, American trade with Japan alone was $52 million. And he was pushing into China as well. Hill was causing geometrical increases in American commerce. He was spearheading 100 years ago and American dominance in trade in Asia.